What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and this is the Optimistic Network. A huge thank you to all my new subscribers. All the videos that you're asking for, they're coming. It's just taking me a little time. Keep leaving your requests. It's that time of the year when we cook a lot. Anyways, today we're making plantain beetroot porridge. Yes, I did do a TikTok with it, but I like to show you guys in details because at 3 minutes TikTok can't really show you the details. It can tell you what to do, but if you really don't know, it's only helpful to those who already know how to prepare certain things. Now, this is the way I start all my porridges. A pot with cinnamon stick and a little salt. I love using this pink salt, and I just usually bring all this to a boil while I prepare whatever I'm gonna make my porridge with. Today it's plantain and beetroot, so I'm grating it. Now, usually you'll see me blend, and I love blending because it's easier, of course. But when I do plantain porridge, I love tasting like pieces of plantain, like bits of plantain. So I wanted to grate it because that way I would get the pieces. If I blend it, it will be too smooth for me. Now, you have to stir quick while you're adding this to the boiling water because I grated it and the plantain is kind of clumpy. So I stir to dissolve the clumps. But what you can do, you can add a little water to the dish with it. If you decide to grate it, add a little water to the dish and kind of mix it out in there so it's not lumpy, and then pour it in the pot. So that will be easier for you than just pouring it straight to the pot because you have to have quick hands to be mixing it when you pour it straight to the pot. I hope what I just explained makes sense. I know if you're accustomed to making porridge, you understood exactly what I meant. So I hope everybody did. Now, you can cover this and leave it to boil, stirring occasionally, but I left it open and just stir occasionally while I did other things. So I'm adding all-purpose flour, a little all-purpose flour, and I mixed it with almond milk and I blend it. It really wasn't a lot of flour, just 4 ounces to be exact. So what you want to do is stir this in. Again, you need quick hands because you don't want lumps in there. You don't want lumps from the flour mixture in there. And that can happen unless you really like that. When you get lumps from the flour mixture, it kind of tastes like dumpling. So use your spatula or whatever you're using your spoon and stir it in there quickly. So you pour and stir. You're going to need both hands. Can we take a moment to appreciate this beautiful color though? Look how beautiful the carrot and the beetroots are. Oh my God, I kept looking at it and thinking about the beauty and saying it is so gorgeous, so beautiful. I don't know, just to die for. But red is my favorite color, so maybe that's why it's just so beautiful to me. But I think it's beautiful overall, don't you think? And you know I gotta take this time to remind you that if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bells on, and get active in the comments. So here we're adding the flour, and if you notice, I'm mixing fast. And yes, this is a little sped up, but I am mixing fast, as you can see, and I mixed and added. And you may find that it start get extra thick because the flour thickens it up. So what I did, I just add some more milk to the cup that I blend the flour in and add it to it. And if it still wants some more milk, I just pour more milk. You can use any milk you want. You can use coconut milk. I just always use almond milk because when I use coconut milk for my porridge, I love it grated from scratch. So the consistency you're looking for is in between thick and thin. Definitely not too thick and definitely not too thin. So if you're finding that you're whipping and you're having difficulty moving your spatula in it, that means it's probably too thick, but you don't want it too thin. That's why I always lift up the spatula for you guys to see it running off, to see the consistency. And remember, when the flour boils, it's gonna get a little thicker, so don't thin it out too much, but you don't need to make it too thin. Your flour is gonna take a good 10 to 15 or 12 to 15 minutes to boil on high, and you need your flour to boil in because otherwise your porridge is gonna taste like flour and you don't want it tasting like raw flour. So after that, you can turn off the stove and sweeten I usually just sweeten it with the stove on. So I add a little vanilla, a little nutmeg, a little cinnamon, a little almond essence. And later you'll see me add a little rose and almond. I almost forgot it because I haven't had that in so long. I haven't seen it in so long. But growing up, my mom used to always put that in porridge, rose and almond. So I found it on proudyardie.com. And yeah, they have a lot of Jamaican snacks, so you can try them out if you're looking for rose and almond or whatever from Jamaica you're looking for. By now, I know you all know that I only sweeten my porridge with sugar and condensed milk. Sugar and sweetened condensed milk. You can sweeten your porridge with anything you want. You can use some honey. You can just use your keto sweetener. Anything you can sweeten your porridge with. I just like sugar and condensed milk. Also, when it comes to sweetening, it's a personal preference. So if you don't want condensed milk and sugar, you can use some honey. You can use any kind of keto sweeteners that you have. You can just sweeten to taste for your taste. If you don't like it too sweet, of course you're not gonna make it too sweet. Feel free to go little by little. Take a little spoon, taste it. If you want a little more, you put a little more. But remember, you can always add a little more, but you can't take it away. So it's better to put a little, sweeten, and then taste, and then you know what else you want to add. But sweeten it to your preference, not the way I tell you, not the way I like it, just the way you like it. And that's why it's so hard to tell you guys use this amount of sugar or this amount of milk, because the amount of sugar and milk that I use depends on how much I'm making and how sweet I like it. Once you're finished sweetening, it's time to dish out your porridge and drink it. Some people like it cool off a little, some people like it hot. I kind of like it hot. Some people like it with a slice of bread. Some people like it with a couple cream crackers or tough crackers. Anything you like, if you just like to drink it. So this is so good. And you think it good when it just done make? Me left some till the next day. At that time it nice. The day after, at that time it nice, because just like how seasoning marinate, spices marinate. So on the second day, your spices marinate, and oh my god, it is so good. Trust me. Honestly, this running competition to be my favorite porridge, Allah, up there with a mini corn, because a mini corn is actually my favorite, but this is up there with a mini corn. Trust me, my new favorite porridge. A few things I wanted to tell you guys. This consistency that I'm showing you guys is perfect. Not fall on a body and make it too thick, because once it cools down, it thickens up. So if you make it too thick, when it cool down, it's almost like you have to go cut it like pudding. This way, it's just thick, and you add a little milk and you heat it up the next morning, whether on the stove or in the microwave. Good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next upload. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you.